Look at here. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy Leon Abington 3000. I'm coming at you with another one. The word of the day is P. Diddy has been arrested. His house in LA and Miami has been raided. He is um, suspect under S trafficking. Let's listen to the people.
The Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Field Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation. Let's go live to Stu Mandel up in Skyfox right now for more. Stu, what do we know?
Yeah, I heard her say you were live. Copy.
Yes, I got to stop it for a second, people. This is a huge embarrassment. What is going on with our black people? Once we make it, you would think that you would keep your nose clean. Sean had became a billionaire. It's not too many of us, our colored people, become a billionaire. This man came from the trenches like we all have. And for you to get so far up and become a billionaire, and then you have all these allegations coming at you, this is hurting our people. This hurting us as a race. It's not just hurting him, it's hurting our people. It's making us look very bad. Like we can't handle power. We can't handle anything. All right, let's get back to the story. You know, it's sad. It's really sad.
All right, there you see Skyfox overhead of this home where, again, we are seeing Department of Homeland Security investigators in this home now. Let's go to Haley Winslow, who's live on the ground right there. Haley, what do we know?
Sandra, this is going to turn into a huge scene that is going to be an all-day thing, and it involves, yes, P. Diddy. The home is actually registered to Bad Boy Films, which is a division of Bad Boy Entertainment, basically his company, and home's registered to that and to his daughter. Now, from Skyfox, Stu up there, he got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home, in particular, is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters. Now, we are hearing from...
Look, P. Diddy has been blessed. Look at that house. That house is a beautiful mansion. This man has came from nothing. And look what the good Lord blessed him with. Any one of us would be over as zealous to have a house like that. And how did he allow himself to get caught up like this? Why would he get caught up? Sex trafficking like this. Come on now. Let's get back to the story, people.
Law enforcement sources that this involves sex trafficking, but we don't yet know to what extent or the details about that. But you better believe we will be on this all day, keeping you updated with the very latest. We're now reporting live here on the scene in Holmby Hills. I'm Haley Winslow, Fox 11 News.
Haley, thank you. And you can see from that ground shot a very active scene right there, a perimeter put up already.
If you're watching this, it's because I know you're interested in buying land,
You know,
building houses, crushing some profits
it's sad
in 2023. And one
about
of the
our
biggest
people.
things is most people feel like they're buying
We come
land.
from the trenches. And when we come from the trenches like that, and we make it as big as he has, this is bigger than OJ.
The heavily armed officers
You know,
that made their way
that
inside.
sex trafficking
They
ain't no
actually are
pump.
kind of just
Back to the story. Look at that house.
the non-essential. You can see them making their way back over to these armored vehicles, probably doing a little debrief about what they saw. In any type of these situations, it really is, you've got these armored officers that go in first, but I would venture to say the investigators or the people that know what they're looking for, probably still out there on the streets, and they're waiting for that all clear to make sure that there is absolutely nobody on this property. And again, this is just a precaution. They don't want to have any kind of issues. Maybe somebody's hiding still, maybe just scared, and it, doesn't.
This is bigger than OJ, like I said. This sex trafficking business is $1 million business. It's all about the money with these people. They don't care about these young ladies losing their lives. They even made a movie about it. The movie is called Sex Trafficking, with Omar Epps and Robert Thicke, ex-wife. She played in it. This is big money, and it's sad. It's sad. A lot of young ladies dying and being killed, and for what? It's a big money thing. They say Oprah is part of it. Jay-Z is a part of it. No, they next. They on deck. They next. Jay-Z is next. Because wherever P. Diddy was, Jay-Z was right there. That was his right-hand man. He's next. Tyler Perry. They're always going over to the Epstein Island. I think Oprah was taking them girls from Africa over there. Man, this, like Nino Brown said, this is bigger than Nino Brown. If he going down, everybody going down. Back to the story, y'all.
Have to be nefarious. It's just because they don't know what's going on, and they just don't want to have somebody pop out of a closet or a bathroom or any one of these.
Look at the house, y'all.
Doing that
Look at the house.
And then other problems can ensue. So that's basically why we're seeing that large presence. They keep walking through there, and like you mentioned, this is an extremely large home.
Item in the middle of the
middle of the yard. So they want to make sure that everything.
Man, that house is beautiful.
They allow those investigators in to start doing that investigation, whatever it is that they're looking for. But you can see a number of those officers making their way back into that major. This is the big main house, as it would be, making their way back inside. And I would venture to say that they're going to just go through every one of those rooms and make sure that there is nobody in there. I don't think they're those guys that we're seeing, guys and gals that we're seeing in those heavily armored gear and equipment. I don't think they're actually searching for any items that could connect to whatever the investigation is. I would venture to say that those are going to be the guys that you're seeing right there, and they're waiting for that all clear. And then this group that you see there, those are the ones that are actually going to go inside. They probably have, like you said, they probably have ideas.
Remember when Cat Williams was on Shay Shay show? He said he don't care who they are. P. Diddy, T.D. Jakes, they're all going to be exposed. Look what's happening. T.D. Jakes is going to be next. And P. Diddy already been exposed. Homeland Security is already all on it. They even raided his house in Miami at the same time they raided this one. Back to the story, y'all.
What they're looking for, where they might be. So, but right now it is still a waiting game to make sure that everybody is out of this building and that it is secure for the investigators to make their way in and actually start that search.
And we should mention, thank you, Stu, that if this is in fact involving a sex trafficking investigation, we do know that according to Diddy's attorneys and the rapper himself, he has denied any wrongdoing in any of all this. So there are two sides, of course, to this as this all plays out. But it is interesting that these raids happening at the same time, according to TMZ.
Of course he going to deny all charges and claim his innocence. She said it's two sides. No, it's three sides. It's their side, his side, and the truth. You can't outweigh the truth. So someone going to have to figure out the truth. And that's what's going to tell the whole story, the truth. Back to the story, y'all.
A raid of his Miami home is happening right now, as well as now we're looking at the live pictures of what's going on in Holmby Hills at this mansion right here, all connected to Sean Combs. So again, until we find out further word as to what exactly they're searching for and why, we continue to look at the procedures taking place regarding this raid that's being conducted by Homeland Security. You have support from local law enforcement officials as well. We saw from the ground shots, you see multiple agencies there, a part of all of this. And
You know, another thing, why are these men having these little boy counts? You know, Steve Harvey has a boy count saying they mentoring little boys. You don't know what's going on with them little boys. Their parents not out there. You don't know what they telling them or doing to them boys. This stuff is huge. This is not no walk in the park thing. This is huge. And a lot of people is connected to this. A lot of celebrities that you know and I know is going to be falling down, tumbling down after this one. Yes, they will be.
they have a number of resources on hand with a drone flying up top, as well as they had ladders taking a closer look at certain parts of the property. And so they are looking at every nook and cranny they need to in terms of why they're investigating this home and property. So clearly this is going to take a while. And as Haley mentioned, with her shot down on the ground right there, more people are coming to your area, Haley.
Say goodbye to old
Yeah,
costly cable TV
this
once
is
and for all.
breaking news, y'all. Come on, like and subscribe to this channel. I'm giving y'all my best. I'm letting y'all know what's going on. Work with it, brother.
Yeah, I would say it's mostly media at this point. We were the first ones here on scene, but yeah, since there's probably a dozen different media agencies.
They got helicopters out there. That house is outrageously beautiful. A black man has done this. He has been blessed by the Lord to have a mansion like that, and not just one. He has one in Miami also. This man has been tremendously blessed.
They're also at his home in Miami. Of course, it's a little bit calmer, I would say, than it was about 20 minutes ago when it all happened. The guns that were drawn earlier have been since put away. It looks like they just put away their drone, but of course doing a thorough job of checking the home for any kind of details that they can come up with related to these allegations against sex trafficking. As you said, Sandra, there's several lawsuits against him for these allegations, all of which he has denied. So we will have to wait and see. Of course, and everybody's interested in the details of what how he's connected.
Yes. She made a comment about all these allegations and suits coming up against him. Yes, Cassie had a suit against him. Rob has a suit against him. You know, all these people coming out. And they bringing lawsuits against him. And one girl said they flew her to New York and did all types of things to her. That's another lawsuit. All these allegations. Everybody's not lying, y'all.
To these latest allegations.
And from your vantage
we will bring
point,
the very latest as soon as, I'm sorry?
Yeah, from your vantage point, Haley, does it look like some authorities are leaving this scene right now? They're done, or not? Is that not the case?
No, it looks like more are coming. I think what you're seeing is just the vehicles moving to a different location. We're kind of at the bottom of the hill, but if you go up a little bit farther, some of the vehicles that you saw down here earlier have since kind of gone to the other side of the hill. This is obviously a very prestigious neighborhood. I said earlier, Humphrey Bogart's former house, I think, is next door to P. Diddy's, in the 200 block here of Mapleton and Holmby Hills office.
Come on, you all. Let's get the lights up. Let's get the lights up. Humphrey Bogart old mansion is a block away from his. You know, it's nothing but money in his neighborhood, on his block, in that community. And you know they got to be embarrassing. It's always one of our people got all this going on. Just like OJ. He had all that going on when back They accused him of killing Nicole Simpson Brown, Nicole Brown Simpson, his wife, his ex-wife. Those allegations, and he came up innocent. And they still found a way to lock him up. So it's always our people. They get so high on the hog, think that they cannot be brought down. You're not exempt. I don't care how much money you got, you're not exempt. You're still a black man. And they're going to prove it to you.
Sunset near Beverly Glen. So the vehicles have basically just moved forward. You're seeing a lot more of those law enforcement officers from the Department of Homeland Security, though, back here on the street in Mapleton since they've come out of the home after they've done their thorough investigating inside that beautiful home belonging to P. Diddy, to Sean Combs. So I don't think they have any intention, Sandra, on going anywhere anytime soon. And overhead, you can see law enforcement helicopters and, of course, Stu up there in Sky Fox.
Thank you so much, Haley, for that perspective on the ground right there in front of that Holmby Hills mansion. Stu, up in Skyfox, it looks like, yes, there are some more law enforcement, but in different attire. Should I say suits instead of body armor?
Definitely, and you know, and we all know how that works. The suits are going to be the investigators and probably the ones that are running the show. And again, I still think that they're just waiting for that green light for them to be allowed to make their way inside the property and to make their way to the areas that I would venture to say that they probably are pretty specific. I don't think they're just going in randomly. And again, this is just a guess. I don't think they're going in randomly, just going through everybody's stuff inside there. They probably have an area that they know or an office that they're going to be looking into or some computers that
they got some serious charges against him. They've been investigating him for months. And now they got the green light to go in to, they got search warrants. They got the green light to go in and do whatever they need to do to find out, to get the information and the evidence that they need to get to charge him with whatever they need to charge him with. They already know. He has been under surveillance for months. It might have been even a year. This is another sad day for our people. This is a sad day for our people because another black man has been brought down. This is a sad day. I hate to see this. I really do.
They might want to physically get their hands on, and that's what they're waiting for right now to make their way inside this property. It's, like you said, very beautiful home out there in the Homely Hills area.
Beautiful.
To get the all clear to allow them inside. While these officers that we see right there in the tactical gear, well, their job is to make sure that everything is safe for them to go in. Now, they don't probably. And again, I just want to be clear. It's like nobody's thinking that there's booby traps or some kind of sniper inside the home. That's not what they're thinking at all. It's probably more along the lines of they want to make sure that everybody is outside of the home because they don't want to have somebody stepping out or coming out later on and, surprising or catching people off guard. That's not what they want. And right now, you can see
they already arrested his kids. They have his kids in custody. I think it's 2 sons. One son is Albie Shule's son, and his son Justin. So, if you're gonna do dirt, why would you add your kids into it? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. You try to keep your kids clean as possible. Don't put them in your mess. That's your mess. Mess is easy to get into. They can find their own mess. But they're going to be locked up under what you orchestrated? Come on, man. What type of father are you?
Sandra, you've been saying, there's a large number of people out here. I would venture to say, as far as the officers go, I would probably put this group closer to 100. Not just what we're seeing right here. This is just one group of many. many that have made their way out here to this Homely Hills area. And as far as the suits that we were talking about, that's part of the group right there. But there's some other ones as well, younger ones that were basically leading the charge. And that's them right there, actually. They perfect timing. And it looks like they're making their way over towards the home. They might be the first ones to make their way in to start that investigation process, or to figure out where we're going to look, what we're looking for, and then later on the suits will make their way in as well. But this, like you said, is going to be a very long process out here, and this is just the very, very beginning. And the folks that they had taken into custody, they've moved them out of the area right now. And again, we would say that they are arrested. We don't know that for a fact. They took them into custody. A few of them still had cuffs on. Some of them didn't. So maybe this was a division of, these are people that we know work here. These are people that may be associated with Sean Combs. Or Bad Boy Entertainment. So it's one of those type of situations. And until they know who they are, they're just going to keep them in.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a bad day in history. This man was supposed to have a legacy that he was leaving behind. Bad Boys Entertainment. He has ascended over things that a lot of us haven't had the opportunity to do. And the good Lord has blessed him. But when you do bad and you do things up under the sun, it comes to light one day. You can't hide things forever. Whatever is done in the dark, it will come to light. And Cat Williams, ever since Cat Williams exposed all this going on, look at what came out. And more is coming. More people going to be under arrest. More people going to have their possessions seized and raided. Watch. It's going to be a whole list of people. Hollywood going to be empty.
Custody and possibly just let them go later on. And I don't believe the word arrested has been used out here as of yet, but again, still very active situation, and of course that is a huge house, and they've got a lot of rooms to clear before they allow those investigators in.
If you are looking for the perfect apartment in Chicago, this is
a shame. This is a bad day in history for our people. A bad day in history. But hey, I want you all to like and subscribe to my channel. I just came with a whole new thing. I just came with just came up with the update of Sean Puffy Combs. His houses has been raided, and he has been placed under arrest. So the charges are out there. They say they got him for trafficking and other allegations that came up against him. So I'm just hoping that he can get the right legal team to help him out. And I hope he's innocent. But it doesn't look good for him. Peace, love, and soul. Keep your head up, people. And we're going to see what's going to happen. I'll be back at you with another one. Deuces.